Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I step like I'm Dino. Think I'm part Italian. Blame that on Gino. Smells like the medallion. The skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell. Keep your distance from myself. At a genie with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish he's well when they wish for me to fail. I might donate petty bills. They can't get it by they sell.
That's why you treat my men good, but not too good. I give them too much, then they don't need me. I give them just
yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. I'ma get it either way. I don't even gotta say what I want when I want. They just put it on my plate. I could get it right away. Take you through my day to day. Wake and pray, make that play. Get some good at my place. There's some on the way. Cause my bro's on the way. I got stones on my gold. I got loads in my safe. Had a 7-figure summer, so I'm putting on some weight. Set up getting thick, so I put it on display.
With this ride, I make a joke. Everybody laughs. I know I'm funny, but I'm not that funny.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself.
The NFL playoffs are on EA Sports, and we've got a packed house here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Set. Man, I got you. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. He's coming. We got double up.
On first down, it's Watson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long.
24 and 59.
Watson just beating the play clock. Eluding the pressure right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Third and long, it's Watson. Man over the middle, and it's complete. That's good for a first down. Here's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
Check 53's Mike. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be forward. Echo. 53's the mic. 53's the mic. Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time.
Watson on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it a second down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. Watson looks to throw again. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Check 53's Mike. Check 53's Mike. 3 buzz. 53's the mic. 53's the mic.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Going to throw right side here, complete. That's good for 28 yards. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll get this down to the 10. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Motion.
Right back to him on first down. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 11-yard line.
Set. 3T. Check 53. You're not ready. You're not ready. Banjo. Banjo. Alert. Banjo.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Out of the gun, Watson. Forced out to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Watson on the keeper. Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Sets up 4th down.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Mike, 53. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. Let's go. 24. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. All right, T, let's go. All right, T. 53's the Mike.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th.
You ain't going nowhere. 53's the Mike. 53's the Mike. I'm going to lose 1. Mike, 53. 53. Mike. I don't even know why this team showed up. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Let him know.
Here we go on 4th. Watson being chased out left, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs.
Ready up. Watching you find. You gonna see me in your nightmare, son. You gonna see me in your nightmare. Small. 55, Mike, 55. Hey, eat. Here we go. Shoot.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Watch your slap. Watch your slap. Watch your slap. Check 37. Check 37. Hey. Mike, 55. Hey. 55. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 10 yards, good for his Saints' first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Bravo.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Pollard going to try the right side. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A run for Pollard. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Pilot, 64, weak. Mike, 5. You're trash. Mike, 55. Check.
Now a give here to Pollard. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Set. 60 outlaw. Hey, seam 6. Hey, watch your leg. Hey, Mike 52. Watch the screen. Pass. Big grip.
On 3rd down, Herbert. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That goes for a gain of 31. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Big 6-6, bullet high.
Operating from the gun. Herbert looking for his running back, and he's got him. No gain, and it's 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Check. Pressure. Recon, 132 fighter. Mike 55. Hey, eat. Hey, Charlie. Get it.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Now that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7.
Go. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Ready?
From the gun, Herbert. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here.
Yeah. Go. Hustle.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
Switch. Alert 3. Slam. Hard. Shoot.
They'll run on first down. Pollard able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the 13-yard line.
Ready.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend.
Yep. Dad, go now. Mike 55. Hey, Haywood. Eat. Mike.
To throw on second down. Herbert, pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third.
Third. Switch it. Now. Motion. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Watch the pass. Topper. Check. Snap.
On third down, it's Pollard. Open space inside the 10. And he's hauled away down to the 6-yard line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. First down, and it's Pollard again. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. I think that's the dream start right there. The defense stands up on the opening drive, then they go right down the field and score.
It's a positive start for your offense and your defense. And when you're talking about playoff football, what a great way to get things going.
Everything is magnified and amped up a little bit more,
to put it mildly.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Now it's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
You. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike. Hey, 59. 53. All you get is a headache. All you get is a hustle. 53.
Watson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Marcus Davenport in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs. Now leads to a third and long. Gonna need something special here on third and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? From the gun, here's Watson. And an alley to run. And I think the ball's out. And this is picked up by the Saints. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on fourth down. The final shot before the break. Watson, it's complete, swings it out to his running back. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Harrison Butler set to kick
A
off.
trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Come on now, let's go.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Okay, just like that. Just like that.
Here's Pollard again, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be third down.
Third down.
On the double.
Watching it fire. Turn.
Look at me. Zipper.
Check four. Jim.
Hey.
I got motion.
Big Griffin.
Now a give, right side. Pollard. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
General West.
55. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D. Sponge. No.
So that'll back him up 5. Here comes the Saints punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Watch out for Hill on the return. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
Set. 19.
Check. 53's Mike. 53's the Mike. Zoom. Rip right. Mike, 53. 53, Mike. It's coming this way.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's go.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
Come on, huh? 53's the Mike. 53, check 53. Army.
Watson now to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a 1st down as well.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered. It's both feet down for the completion.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
53's the Mike. Here we go. Mike, 53. 53, Mike. Oh, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Watson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd.
Check 53. Check 53's Mike. Watch twist.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
You ain't doing nothing today. Take it to 9.
Mike, 53. Mike. Squeeze, double. Let's go.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. He's got his tight end Fant. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st.
One of the advantages of zone defense. As I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Watson now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Back to throw, Watson. And it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And a healthy gain of 8 here. They double their workspace out to the 16. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Check pass, check pass.
Gonna run again here with Pollard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
14, he's going deep. Get him. Walk twist.
80 weapon.
5. Yeah. You don't want nothing.
Ready.
On 3rd down, Pollard. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And we've seen drive after drive come up empty for them, and they've yet to dent the scoreboard, yet still right in the middle of a one-score game.
So this is where you absolutely have to forget everything that's happened in your previous drives. They don't matter right now. You just mentioned it. One-score game. This drive here can erase all of what happened previously. Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Mark 55. Check.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson, he's going to float this one deep right side. And this throw will be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. In on the stop, it was Travarius Moore.
Look at me. Go.
He's checking crap. Shift.
They'll keep it on the ground. Pollard, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10.
Set, 8, read.
Right. He's done right here. Down the right. We got 4.
Go.
52. He can't stop.
Now Pollard. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on here to punt it away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's Watson. Going deep downfield for Ross. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Ready? 60 outlaw.
Here we go.
Snap.
On 1st down, Pollard. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Back. Check. Crunch.
They'll keep it on the ground. Pollard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Bang, 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 bang. Alpha.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. In the face.
They go.
On third down, Pollard. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Here comes the Saints punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Buying time to his left. Now he'll pull it down. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go. Mike 55. Here we go. Watch the pass.
Watson now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He is going to find Hill here. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Check 55 to Mike. I'm here all day. I'm here all day. 59. Mike 55. Mike 55. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Mike 55. Check 55.
Back to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards there on the catch and run. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Going right side here, and that's complete. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Mike 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Record.
Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Mike 55. Mike 55.
Now it's Watson. Gets this one to Hill. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Check. Give me down. Check. 53 is Mike. They're going to need some therapy after this. 53 is the Mike. 53 is the Mike. Let's go, T. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
He's back to throw. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The rookie first-rounder, Jonathan Abram, there to knock it away.
It's now 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 50. 31. 53.
One last throw here for Watson. And it's caught. It's a touchdown with zeros on the clock. And an extra point will send us to OT.
Well, there's no doubt they just seized the momentum with that one. They can go ahead and kick the extra point here and ride that home wave on into overtime.
Now for the all-critical extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. Overtime in a playoff game. Awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only one period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Let's go.
2nd and 6. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 7 yards there and a 1st down. A little dinking and dunking that they're doing. At some point, is it appropriate to maybe take a shot?
It is, if you feel good about it. But otherwise, you do what a coach told me a long time ago. Take what they give you, but make them tackle. In other words, get it to one of your guys in space. If he makes someone miss, that could turn into the big play you're looking for.
Mike 55! Mike 55! Watch the run! Watch the run!
Off play action. Herbert going up top. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. That'll bring up 2nd down. Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? All right, anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath, and boy, oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down. Man, that was something.
Everything magnified here in overtime. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
X3, 218, chop.
55, 55. Cut. Check 55.
Go.
Check 55 to Mike. All day.
Ready?
Throwing on third and long. Herbert. And that will be incomplete. Well, their defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we've got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game. And, boy, they did it well.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. Excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face. Good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Watson. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Keep it up, D.
Watson now. From the gun, he'll throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
Check 55.
On first down, Watson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Marcus Davenport able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Mike 55. Mike 55. Line him up. Who that?
Here's Watson. And going deep for Hill. Oh, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Go. Delta.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Here we go. Set. 60 Pittsburgh. Yes, yes. Go.
Second and 14. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now a give, right side. Pollard. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up fourth down. Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. Here comes the Saints punter now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Neither team scored yet. Now we go to sudden death. Next points win this game.
How about the tension right now? It is ratcheted up, isn't it? I mean, now whatever happens, points are scored. That's your ball game. Can't wait to see the defense now. Do they get a little more aggressive in order to not let the team just drive the ball easily down the field?
Got to be careful, though, right?
Yeah, if you're too aggressive, you just give up something easy and cheap. But some defensive coordinators, they'd rather take a stand that way as opposed to being nickeled and dimed down the field.
Looking to throw again on second down. Watson, and he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
From the gun on third, Watson. They complete it to Hill. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they head to the sidelines, we'll head to this break on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
I don't think you got it, son. 54. Trump. Mike 55. Mike 55. Come on, baby.
Out of the gun, Watson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football, because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
55 is my guy. Hey, let's get this. Mike 55, Mike 55. Too little, cupcake.
Throwing again is Watson. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A costly mistake here at OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure of the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Leo!
Kill. Check the hot read.
Hey, Wahoo!
52, right 52. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Check three. Out.
Snap.
They'll run on first down. Pollard, he's got a first down past the 30. And he'll take this all the way up to the 38-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So we'll take a break with them and be right back.
First down, New
all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Exit, exit.
Hey, orbit.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5.
Now.
Let's go, we got this, we got this.
Let's go.
They'll run with Pollard. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Hey, exit.
Looking to throw on second down. Herbert, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun, Herbert. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ballard. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. He did not have a catch till that moment. Pretty good time for his first one, though, here in OT.
I would agree with that, and just think about how they had to cycle through all the play sheets, right? Tried to find ways to get a lot of people the football. In this case, as you said, he hadn't had a catch all game. Now they find him in a key moment. Really well done.
Look at me, zipper.
On first down, Pollard. Defensively, it was Avonte Maddox with a tackle. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
70, Indy. Pilot, 64, weak.
Shit, watch the shit. Watch the shit, watch the shit. Hey, watch the shit, watch the shit.
Hey, high 7.
They'll keep it on the ground. Pollard. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 40-yard line.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Here we go. 15-1. 15-1. Hey, Sam on. Get it.
Trying to run forward, Pollard. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
And the Saints, first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
What we got? What we got? What we got?
Ready.
Here's Pollard. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's go. Watch the safety crease.
6-6, pull it high.
To throw on second down. Herbert. That's complete to DK Metcalf. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
152 fighter.
They'll run on first down. Pollard. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. They'll keep it on the ground. Pollard. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Hey. Let's get it.
On third down, Pollard. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. This would put them in the NFC title game. And he got it. The kick is gone. He splits the uprights. And in doing so, he sends them to the NFC title game. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough way for it to end.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. Till next time, we say so long from Atlanta.
I just got bags from Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. With the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. With the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it.
Coach, playoff football has come to the west coast of Florida, and we are at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready, ready.
We got 25 to Mike. Hey, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball.
Look, squeeze.
Check, 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 check. 6 guys.
61, matchbox lights.
On first down, Herbert. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Well, that's tough. You come in here, you dial up that pass play on the first play from scrimmage and get it picked.
And you know, coaches always talk about we prepare for every eventuality. You don't even mention this as a possibility when you dial up that play, right? Instead, they throw a pick, and now they're behind the 8 ball on the road to get things going.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
No.
Scene 6.
Taylor. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there. 33 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game, how about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off, and not the ha-ha, that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
At the 28-yard line.
25 to Mike. We got 25 to Mike.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
Check.
22 jet bomber. Hey, Foxtrot.
Looking to throw on second down. Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Throwing on third and long. Herbert. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way.
Rush in.
On 1st down, Taylor. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Check.
On 2nd down now, it's Taylor. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They run with Taylor. And they'll get to him short of the 1st down at about the 16. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Hey!
I got you. Hey, 25 to Mike.
Go.
25 to Mike. Let's get it together, defense.
Ready?
On 2nd down, Pollard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. From the gun, Herbert. Able to find Isabella. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, New Orleans. Andy Isabella, 77 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, That should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Lutz with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken short.
Come on, fellas.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
66. Bullet high. Shoot.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 5.
Ready. Mike 55. Hey, eat. Come on. Get him. Mike 55. Mike 55. They can't hang with us. Ready, go.
From the gun on 3rd down. Love. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 44-yard line.
And the Buccaneers, first down.
Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here we go again. You go take.
The give to Taylor. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
It's our time. It's our time. Watch out. Blue John Corkins. He's checking.
And he'll give it here to his running back. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
He's coming, double up.
On 2nd down now. It's Taylor, and he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Check. Ready, go.
Now Taylor. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15.
Here I come again.
2nd and 15. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off.
When I was in school, math was not my strong suit, but I did learn enough to know how to play cover 3. 2 corners and a safety divide up the field in thirds. On this play, the corner didn't get fooled by anything in front of him. Kept his coverage all the way down the sideline in the deep third position and makes the interception.
You draw quarters. Shoot.
They'll run on first down. Pollard, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up second and 8.
Check 24. Check 24.
They run the counter. Pollard, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Bravo.
To throw on third down. Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, only thing larger than his name is wingspan as he knocks that one away. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
On second down, it's Taylor. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
On third down, Love. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on fourth down.
Mike, 53.
They'll try and throw for it here. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mecole Hardman, 77 yards as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot in the big game, their big playability. They can strike from anywhere.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
On the double.
We got 25 to Mike. I'm scared.
On first down, Pollard. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll cut it out to the sideline. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Tony Pollard, 75 yards, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Taylor. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Brings up third down and 12.
Ready, break. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Go. 53's the mic. 53's the mic. Hey, tighten down. There you go. Ready, go.
To throw on third down. Love. And that is incomplete. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
Coming, baby. I'm coming back, bro.
They're going to try and throw. Completes it to Hardman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10.
53's the mic. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Throwing on first down. Love. Over the middle, complete. That's Black. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Here we go. 70 in. Hey, let's get them home. Bravo. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Love going for the deep ball. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Gets past one man. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Hey, team 6, team 6.
We'll go 25 to Mike. Ain't no such thing as a loss.
Be driven.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So we've reached halftime. Who will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl? 2 more quarters to go. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game.
Let's go, fellas.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a give, right side. Taylor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Check. Protein spin. Mike. Delta. 53. Mike. And we're pretty quiet. Ready.
On first down, Love. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they'll get this to the... ...30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
Buccaneers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
I got you. Zoom, fellas. Let's go. Ready.
They'll run on first down. Taylor. Well, he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They'll run with Taylor. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Chad Hunt, 60 out wide. 53's mine. Kermit. Go on. Kill. Check, 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 check. Check, nickel, nickel, nickel. Hard.
On second down now, it's Taylor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Down. 10-2, son. 3 at the mic. I'm coming after the offense. Coming after you. Mike, 53. 53. Mike. Rip left.
On third down, Love dancing to his left. And that is incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. And the kick by Rosas is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side. I
would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Mike, 56. I smell fear in that offense.
Go.
Mike, 56.
Ready.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That's taken on the 25. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
that.
Toe bashed it. Super toe.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike.
From the gun, Love. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And this is good for a first down. His second grab of this NFC Championship bout.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On first down, it's Taylor. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Check 26. Check 26. Rock it.
They go to the ground again with Taylor, and he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Okay, ready? And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. H328. And go.
They'll run on first down. It's Carter. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Mike 55.
Better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now.
Ready, go.
Operating from the gun. Love. His throw incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Not today, you are. Not today. Charlie. Mike 55. Mike 55. Watch the run. Watch the run.
They run the counter. Taylor. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
To throw on 3rd down. Love. And that will be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, that one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a 1-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37.
Go.
It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. That good for 22 and a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Okay, ready?
We got 25 to Mike. Blue there.
Hey, lock it.
Switch. Deuce.
Yes.
Hey, 25 to
Yo, go. Shoot.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. On second down, it's Pollard. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
First down.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
Yep. Hey, 25 to Mike. Now.
Hey, here I come.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Tony Pollard, his second touchdown of the night, as his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the fourth. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And I hate to point to that missed field goal from their last drive, but you look at the scoreboard, they would be in the lead if they had that 3.
Well, no doubt those points or those missed points do loom large, but here they're getting a chance for a makeup, aren't they? Almost like my time in school, I was always begging my teachers for a makeup exam. Here's their opportunity now to put those points on the board.
And every point becoming more vital here in the second half. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
3 buds. Check 37.
They'll keep it on the ground. Taylor, he takes this from the 30 to the 34.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On first down, it's Taylor. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Taylor. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
I know a lot of people won't like the draw called in that situation, but every now and then that pops big. In this case, it didn't happen.
Now a give right side. It's Taylor. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Down. 10-2, son. 3. Mike, you're out. Slam, slam. Let's go.
On third down, Taylor. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Check tight end. Check tight. Check tight.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And it all rides on this one play, a trip to the Super Bowl in the balance here on fourth down.
53, check 53. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby. Check.
On fourth down, Love. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Taylor. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
36-yard line.
On the set. 50. Squeeze, get in there. Check 49.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Taylor. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. They'll look to throw. And this is taken in at the 5. Now here's a timeout. As they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
And right now it all rests on the right foot of Aldrick Rosas. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And right now it all rests on the right foot of Aldrick Rosas. This for a trip to the Super Bowl. Oh, that's offline. He hooked it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, befitting a tight game like this, it all came down to the wire. But in the end, the field goal to win, it goes begging.
Oh, man, that is a tough way to lose a football game. You put yourself in position, and you give yourself a chance. But it's just not meant to be.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. On first down, Pollard. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And they get to hoist the Hallis Trophy. Unbelievable victory, moving on to the Super Bowl.
I only hope that these players understand exactly who is behind that trophy. George S. Hallis, one of the creators of this great game of football of ours and creator of the NFL. What an amazing feeling and an amazing accomplishment.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.
I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
In New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll it when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard, my team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, I get it. I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my head, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll it when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard, my team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, now get it. Big Snoop Dogg, it's in the game.
It's lonely on top of the throne. I ain't a king of the pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the road is my home and there's so many milkers burning my dome like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it snow. I'm sturdy as hell, as a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city. Gangsta and hippies. Women like Nicki know what I'm about. I'm not the stereotypes. They do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Gave everyone dogs. I'm not a guard. Go hard with a squad. I'm playing my part, but them LeBron. Rings to the team. I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to the well. Not worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me. We eat together, leave the bill for me like. Hand on my heart, I give it all I got. Walk the walk and talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Hand on my heart, no, I give it all I got. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Never stopping, that's a must. Always winning, never lost. GPS, I never lost. GPS, I never lost. Who do it better than me? Yeah. Vision on 2020. Yeah. VVS, Clippity. Yeah. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they door, they taking notice. Taking notice. Taking notice. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they door, they taking notice.
Yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? In the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog.
words, man. I just wanna be her, for your mom to your pop, to the beat, to the birds, man. Cut right off on the curve, like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like blah. Yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like what? Whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. I've been so my frustration, I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece, that mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ride it. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound to surround me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like blah, yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like what? Whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I say you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. Like that. It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Yeah. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Yeah. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the check calling. Let me click over real quick to let my check talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. Right? I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad. But I'm past that, but a NASDAQ, that's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab round man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like, who's that knocking at my window? My window. They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you fuck like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Ay. Yeah. Ooh, why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay.
What you wanna give, how much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver, I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everywhere
jump and hop at it. Rep for your bra, where your post, your pocket, your projects. Pain driven, itching, drumming. Hey, look how far we coming. Heartbeat on the streets, you can do it. Ain't built for the weekend. Sweet, this sugar, one man army, but get deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, damn out the clay. You wish you could. I do this for the family. I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry cold is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff to edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo reel. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, so suspenseful, I'm up in the field. Saw it in my eyes, it was the Tiger Hill. Gon' jump off the line and see the flight of field. Rewrite your history off this line right here. Your best bet be ahead, instead of get rich or dead. Trying, this ain't never new, I just be 10 steps instead. Snooze I won't, I can't lose, ready, rest or I'm dead. Do what you can to do, make it next move your best. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry cold is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff to edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo reel. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I keep it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soul the chills. My jewelry cold is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, let's go. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See that pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal.
We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black.